Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. And don't get, if you happen to see it, I'll explain this. This is obviously it's a Christmas t-shirt, and it's not Christmas now, but I have certain t-shirts I tend to just have a sort of like, not nightwear, but you know what I mean, lounge around ones in, and this is just one of them. So that's why I've got it on. I'm not completely nuts. Well, not yet anyway. So we are back with another beer review. I hope you've all had a good weekend. A big thank you to everyone that joined in the live that I done last night. Right, this is a beer that I picked up while I was working away in Carnarvon, and I bought it on the way home. Popped into Penryn Bay, which is obviously North Wales, and I popped into the Craft Beer Cave, which Simon the Chimp pointed out to me on one of my videos. So I thought, he didn't point it out, but he drew my attention to the place. So I popped in there to have a look, and it's a cracking little place, really sort of quirky, big fridge, chilled stuff. You can sit in there and have a drink, and that's where I got it from. So it's a cracking place. Go and give it a visit if you haven't already. But the beer we are looking at is from a new brewery to me. I've heard of them, but it's not a brewery that I've ever had any beers from, and it's from Weekend Project, and we've got a can of their Mountains of Sabro, and it's a New England IPA. That is beautiful artwork. I love that. Simple. New England IPA, like I say, 6.2% in a 500ml can, which is cracking. If they'd done craft beers in all 500ml cans, don't you think it might help? I think people would actually be happier to pay certain, pay that little bit more for something in a bigger can, if you like. But anyway, I picked this up from Craft Beer Cave, £5.95. There we go. And the bloke did tell me, I think this brewery actually come about from two brewers from different breweries and started up doing this. I could be wrong, but please correct me if I am. Mountains of Sabro. I can't read all that. I can't read all that, so I'm not going to even try. But there we go. There's the can. Let's get it cracked open. Don't have a Weekend Project glass, so it's going in the standard white hag glass that I have. It's nice and chilled. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. I knew that was going to be full up to the brim. It's one of them where you pop it and it that's literally, I got beer on top there. That was proper full up. Smells lovely though. Definitely getting sort of tropical sort of notes. With the Sabro hop, I should be getting a bit of coconut, I would imagine, in this, which would be interesting. A New England IPA with coconut. It's not sort of something I would sort of associate with a New England. But yeah, hopefully be decent. Oh, there's a couple of big, Jesus Christ. Look at the flipping hell. Look at them. Look at them. That's all the flavour in there. Oh dear. It's one of them. I'm going to have to give it a good swirl. That would have been absolutely massively hazy. And it has hazed up, but my God, there is some proper lumps. And people are going to say, that looks absolutely disgusting, Baz. But look, all yeasty lumps. One of them's fucking coming back up. It wants to get out. Look at it. See it? I'll end up drinking the fucking thing. Anyway, it's gone proper hazy now. And what the hell is that on my glass? Proper hazy, orange looking, sort of dirty looking sort of drink at the moment because of all the yeastiness at the bottom, and it will probably look worse when I actually get down it. The bloody yeast is coming up to the top. It's coming up to the top. Mental. Anyway, let's dive in with the nose and see what we get from Mountains of Sabro on the nose. Dry, dank, very sort of musty, light tropical note. I can't really say I'm getting any coconut. I mean, what's it saying on the back here? Try and read it. Three Mountains of Series is Sabro, soft IPA base, layered with mountains of every stage of fermentation. Lemons, peach, coconut, and tropical fruit layered over savoury notes. Yeah, peach, definitely peach. Tropical. I'm not sure I'm getting any coconut from it or lemon, but let's dive in. Look at all that at the bottom. Can you see it all? I think once I get so far down this beer and give it a swirl, I think we're going to see a totally different beer. So let's dive in. Like I say, Mountains of Sabro Weekend Project, New England IPA, 6.2%. Cheers. Bear with me. Right, where were we? Just locked the cat in the bedroom. Where were we? Right. Let's go in again. 6.2. I think it feels a little bit light in body. You know, if I mix all that gunk up at the bottom, will it actually make any difference to sort of the body or anything? I don't know. But I think it's not bad body, but I was expecting something a little bit heavier. Carbonation is there. It's not massive. It's definitely got quite a sprightly fizz though, and I think you do feel it across the palate. Not massive bubbles, but I think with the beer feeling a little bit light, I'm trying to swirl it all up, but I ain't doing much to the bottom of the beer at the moment. So yeah, the body okay. Might feel a little bit heavier afterwards. Sprightly sort of carbonation, small bubbles which you do feel. Mouthfeel, carbonation does give the beer a slight sort of rough mouthfeel, if I'm honest. Jesus Christ, I don't see the colour of the stuff coming out. The mouthfeel of the beer does sort of hinder, because you've got that quite sprightly carbonation. It does hinder the softness of the beer. It's not quite as soft as you'd maybe like. The old girls down here looking at me saying, take notice of me. It's definitely got hazier. That yeastiness is sort of dissolving. Oh shit. Beer all over the carpet. Let's just crack on with the tasting notes. For me, what you get to start off with is lemon. You sort of get that zesty lemon note. A little bit of peach tickles behind it. It's quite dry, like I say. Now, when I first had a few mouthfuls, or the first couple of mouthfuls, I did pick coconut up on the back end. I don't feel like I'm picking that coconut up there now. And I'm trying to move all this, but that's going nowhere. Yeah, dry, dank, zesty, lemon, peachy, subtle tropical notes in the background. But I've lost that coconut thing. I was getting the coconut when I first tasted it. It was quite prominent there, but it was on the back end. And for me at the moment, I'm not getting that. That could just be my taste buds. Like I said, Sabro should be giving you that coconut. I'm struggling, pardon me, to find it at this very moment in time in the beer. But it's nice enough. It's a nice drop. It's a nice drop, but there are little bits that are slightly disappointing, it's got to be said. There I maybe feel like I was getting some coconut. I'm definitely getting coconut on the nose. I'm definitely picking a bit of coconut there. This beer is making me work to try and get notes and flavours. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of this sort of the yeastiness in it, and maybe trying to get a bit more out of it. When you get rid of some of that carbonation, the beer definitely feels softer. It's a nice drop, but I think could be better. Maybe I'll just add one of them cans, because at times everything's sort of been there. Obviously, when you get these cans that sort of like decide to sort of bolt a little bit and have big clumps of yeast in the bottom, it's hard to get the full effect out of the beer, I think, and that's maybe what's happening with this one. Like I say, I've got rid of a lot of the yeasty bits, but there's still some floating in there. You can see all them, look at them dropping down. Not an attractive looking beer, it's got to be said like that, but it's quite tasty. I've possibly just had one of them cans that, you know, isn't at its best, put it that way. I'm not sure what the date is on this. Let's have a look. 17th of the 10th 25, best before, so it's well in date and what have you. But yeah, nice enough, but I bet you I could have that another time and I think the beer would be slightly better. So weekend project, Mountains of Sabro New England IPA, 6.2%. I'm gonna still give it a thumbs up, but I'm pretty certain that would be much better if I had another can for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it would. So yeah, if you've liked the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I know it's been a bit of hard work review. If you haven't been to Craft Beer Cave in Penryn Bay, go and give them a visit. And if you have been there and you do go there locally, say Baz is reviewing your beers. I was a little bit disappointed with one of them. Anyway, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.